Okay, let's start. Let me just...
Join ka na? Why?
Eh.
Why not join? I am here. Where's your camera?
Okay. Do you hear me, guys? Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Kingdom Citizen homeschool students and families. So we appreciate your time attending our opening and parents orientation this afternoon. So let us begin with prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We lift up to you our KCH journey for school year 2023 to 2024. We know that you have gone before us already for this school year. That is why we have our confidence that our students and household will come out this school year successful. We entrust this meeting to you, Lord. Give us an ear to hear and a heart to receive your ways. Expand our capacity to understand your move through this homeschooling, that we will never miss the blessing that are attached on it. We bless you and honor you in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so once again, good afternoon. We are recording this live just in case some of our families cannot attend because of prior commitments. And to begin with, let us take a moment to watch together some of the activities that took place last year. So, tech team, are we ready? So please roll it away.
A place to hide this weary soul. Yes, good afternoon to all. Can you hear me? Yeah, that's good. So we would like to welcome you all in our opening, KCH opening school year 23 to 24, 5784. Okay, so I just want to welcome you all. And as we go forward, we are like, how's the school year last year? Is everything good or like, I know. I know that everyone is like doing their best, and thank God for each and everyone, especially the parents that's continue to guide you, because it's really a fruitful year ahead. And as we are going forward, we have some transitions going on. We have our from AOA, we're going to partnering with WCFS because of certain uh, issues that we we face along the way. So I know that we are all facing challenges, and that's what how the Lord is moving up each and every one. And I hope that you are all excited in this kind of move and leveling up, because I believe that God is really in our midst, putting our steps into righteousness for His name's sake. And as we do it forward, I just want you to focus on what the Lord is trying to, or letting you understand and letting you see ahead, because this we are a prophetic apostolic church, and Daddy Ed is always reminding us that we have a vision in expanding the territory of 1,000 churches, and maybe us as a school, we are aiming also for 1,000 schools worldwide. Okay, so for us to be able to do that, we need your full cooperation in especially our students in cooperating with your parents, especially our young ones, our high schoolers, our middle school. So we'll be able to stretch our tent, the cord. Sabi nga, is the Lord, lengthen our cords. So our tents will be more wider and farther. And then as a biblical, always God is giving us a kingdom dominion, especially in this arena, in these 7 pillars of society that we are conquering right now. And I thank God for that kind of partnership. Actually, first we partner with the Lord, and God is sending us people to partner with. And as we move forward, we are like partnering with WCFS, the Wellspring Christian Family School. So some of you have already, actually most of us encountered that family, and now we are partnering with them. We're in their alliance program, and we are part of that accreditation, so that God is putting us in such order. Okay, so I hope that you all have done excited to be partnering with us in doing that move. And I know each and everyone, especially the higher level, because we'll be doing a lot of things together, especially you, because we want to see the best to each and everyone, especially individuals, strength. So we'll be focusing on that. Parents and us will be doing that together. We'll be more our school year. Our school year ahead will be more into interactions. So you'll be also interacting with your parents, because this is what we do. We enhance what they give us, because that's how the Lord give us the wisdom and understanding and knowledge. That's what KCH is always set apart. God is giving us something, and we flourish it. We bloom where we planted. So this is where you all are planted here in KCH, and I'm sure God will make us bloom and make us, the best student that we can all be. Especially as parents, we are also blooming with you. I mean, we are so fruitful. The Lord will let us, don't let us stop in making us think of what a better future for you. You know what we are doing now. You see us making these bars. You'll be, you know, we'll be doing on-hand job training. You know what? Some parents doing that also with the dairies. They're making their children the ocean or the entrepreneur. So same thing with us. All of the parents will be doing that in a very, you know, unique way, because we know our children. So we know what's best for them. We know the Lord's giving us the knowledge, understanding to see ahead what lies before them. So we as a parents and as a community, we want to make that happen in a very secured way. And this is the platform of the Lord giving us as a KCH and partnering with our schools, and as with the guidance of our pastor, Daddy Ed's always reminding us to strive, you know, to thrive in everything that we do, especially in everything. Now we will be incorporating everything what you do in the church and in school. It's like we are putting this school year ahead in a lifestyle way that, you know, you will be able to grasp it. I know you are doing it, but we'll be putting it into imposition. Like we will make it a highlight to you, like everything, because it will be part of your life ahead, especially the church ministry and the school that giving you the foundation of the Bible. And yun. So I hope that I'm not taking much short time, but definitely this year ahead is a very fruitful years ahead. And I hope that everyone will participate, especially your time, because it will require time and interactions with your parents. We have our operation director will be putting so much, I'm sure, quality, what you call quality activities that we are all going to be, you know, part and mold our, you know, future ahead thinking. Okay, guys. So especially the little ones and the parents, we expect you to help out the best way you can. All your talent or your abilities is much required in this in this kind of venture. It's not only us, but it will be all of us. Okay, again. So thank you, and I hope for you to be excited more and more ventures to have. All, each and every family, we are supporting whatever you want to do in your future career. We would like to help you out in any way as much as we can. We will support and be patronizing, sorry for the word, patronizing your ventures, because this is how the Lord mold us, you know, to be this kind of level. We are not just, we will be the one employing others to help them with. Okay, so thank you again, and shalom. Back to Yan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Para naka-braces din ako. Joke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, CEO, for that information. Guys, are you all excited? We are embarking now to a new level of school, no? It is called Wellspring Family Christian School. Tama ba? Or as WCF, sorry. Wellspring Christian Family School. So they are embracing us as part of their affiliate school operating in United Arab Emirates. So we praise God for these big open doors that we have acquired, and God is opening more doors for all of us. And by the way, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our dear consultant, Pastor Ray Cassin. He is here in the house. And also, we welcome our friends, right? Si Jonald and Jerlene. So we pray that you will also embrace homeschooling as part of your household. So to discuss more of the guidelines that they will be requiring from every household for each student, may I call the beautiful wife of our CEO to tell us more details about it. Tech team, can you spotlight Miss Anne Pascual, please? Thank you.
Yes, so good afternoon, each and every family here in our KCH community. Yes, please excuse my pimple as it popped yesterday, so it's a bit black. Yes, so please allow me to share my screen so that it will be more clear while I will be discussing about the forms that each and every parent must complete, okay? But as of this time, as we discuss with our valued members of the KCH ambassadors, that I took the liberty of filling up the forms, initial forms. Okay, 1 minute. I'll be sampling, of course, my daughter's. Wait, 1 minute. I think it's not yet showing. There you go. Okay. As Tita Yen mentioned, okay, we are being accredited by the WCFS, or we call it the Wellspring Christian Family School. Okay, we arrive at this decision, of course, through the guidance of our pastor, senior pastor, and our pastors, that because we have some students already graduating, like for example, Andrea, and one more, we have another grade 12 that's currently in the Philippines. And at this time, we need their documents, or let's say their transcripts and their diploma to be attested. Okay. So just to make it accurately to tell you that because we are because it is from Maryland, so it means that it needs to be apostate. In the Philippines or in UAE, we call it authentication. But because we are registered or we are accredited internationally in US, you can use this apostate either you want to go in UK, in Canada, or in other states, in other countries that you wanted to take up your college, okay? So I will be doing it, let's start with Andrea because she's high school, because we have 3 forms. We have the high school form, we have the junior high school, and we have the elementary. Okay, for the elementary, it is like the form is very short. It will not be very difficult, but now you can see I filled up the forms, which we will be sending to parents later after this, okay? As I mentioned, I filled up initially the forms, but there are other subjects or that you parents wanted to add. I will be discussing it a bit earlier, okay? In the form, you will see the full name of the student. This is as per the passport you have submitted to us. Wala naman po siguro nagbago sa mga pangalan ng passport ng mga anak nyo. So currently, the passport you have submitted, this is the one we put in the student name. Okay, please take note that the name that appears here will be the name that will be in the TOR or the diploma. So if you want the names to be like the first name only, please let us know as early as now, because there are some, some parents na gusto pati yung middle name or middle initial be included. Let me know. Or if you can see from here, because you can also edit it. Like for example here, I want to add my middle initial, so I can put it. But if you don't want it to be placed in the diploma of your son or daughter, you can do so by editing. As I mentioned, I'll be submitting these forms to you, and then you have to submit it back to us with your signatures Later, as we go on, you will see. Okay? So this is the date of birth of Andrea. From here, you can choose it po kasi meron silang format. So you could just, you know, choose the date and it will just come out. Then this is the number that is also shown in your Ignitia. Okay, so I already have put this, and the grade of Andre is 12. Again, it's a drop down. So because she's 12, I put the 12. Then parents' name. Again, kung gusto nyo pong baguhin ng konti ang pangalan nyo, possible then, but take note, this would be seen in your children's document. The address, as Pastor Joe will discuss with us, who is our focal point in WCFS, for us, sometimes this is not required, but for them, because they will put this in the transcript of your son or daughter. So we highly recommend, if you can put your complete address, you can do so. Also, kung gusto nyong lagay sa Philippines or may address na kayo internationally sa Canada or sa US, you could include this because as we mentioned, this will be shown in the transcript of your kids. Okay. So, just to show fast, ito po ang mga documents. Please disregard these deadlines because we are, of course, late in this submission because we were just approved a month back. So we are okay to at least send these documents mid or until I think 3rd week of September. So just disregard these dates because we will not affect us at this time. Okay. There are also fees that will be incurred. I have discussed with some of the parents who already were talking to me about how much the increase is. And we have discussed already that at this time, we did not increase the tuition fee itself. It's only the family registration. Okay, for example, when I say family registration, I have 4 enrolled kids, okay? So it means that I will not be paying for the registration individually of my kids. As a family, we will pay just 1 registration as a family. So, diba? The more the merrier, sabi nga. So, again, okay, I want to reiterate this as early as now because I know we were so relaxed with the schedules before that we allow even our students to finish the school year for a year. But take note this time that we will be paying additional fees if we will not be finishing the school year in 10 months. Okay? Students, 10 months. Okay? If we started September, when is the 10th month? So alam nyo na, if you finish August, your parents need to pay additional fees. We know that there are some of our students who started late. It's fine as long as, for example, Andrea will started late this time. Okay, if Andrea started December, it's fine as long as Andrea will finish it again in 10 months. Okay, if you will have additional questions later, we will entertain those questions, but just for the students to know that please note 10 months is our school year at this time. Okay, so if you can see from here, this is the start of our course registration. Okay, so whatever I put on the first part of the page, you can see that it's automatically placed here. You can see the course informations here that I already entered. It means that these first 10 subjects that you will see here are all the subjects you are already doing in your Ignitia. So ito na po ang lahat ng naka-enroll sa mga anak nyo sa Ignitia. So I just like copy-pasted it. Okay, so for the title, okay, you can see the title here. There are some that's automatic. Pag sinabing Bible 1, 2, 3, automatic it's Bible. So we know that it's Bible. But for here, I put it as Christian theology because Andrew's grade 12. So I just put Bible. We know that it's Bible. So I just put it Bible here. But for English 4, automatic, alam natin it's English because it's from the word itself, English. And then for social studies, Okay, just to discuss, in your Ignitia, diba, you can expand. That's where you see the units, how many units. So for her Bible technology, for her Christian theology, it's 5 units. For English or other subjects, usually it's 10 units. But it's not automatic because there are some math. Most of the maths are either 12 units or 13 units. So if you can see from here, the social geography of Andrea is 13 units. Her math as a pre-calculus is 13 units. Her science as physics is 13 units. And for her foreign language, it's already Spanish 3. And it's still 12 units. And then the succeeding ones are already her electives. Na these are mostly, it starts from 5 unit to I think 7, okay? And then non-standard course, I did not click this because it's a standard course that she takes, okay? And then the dual enrollment, as it was discussed to us, this is not applicable to us because our students are only enrolled in Ignitia. Because there are some students in WCFS that are, like, for example, late enrollee sila, or for example, they're already, let's say, 18 years old, but they are just still in grade 10. So WCFS, our counterpart, is allowing students to enroll to another school, so they will click this dual enrollment. Our course start date was I put them all as September 9, September 4, because we all started in September 4. Unless, as I said, there are some that did not start with us in September. So they will, of course, I changed that. Whatever the date started in Ignitia, I put that. Okay. The semester taken, because we are taking them first and second term. Unless some of your kids are really that fast, they will only take it on the first term. You can unclick this when it comes to you. But we suggest that because mostly it's 10 units, so we will take first term 5 units and second term another 5 units. Okay? Total credit for each of these are 1 credit. Okay? When we say 1 credit, because it was discussed to us that mostly all the standard courses are 1 unit. Okay? So again, these are the subjects that are in their Ignitia. You can see from here, there is a student signature. That's why after our orientation, maybe by Monday, I'll be sending this to the parents already. Again, it is editable. So kung meron po kayong gustong i-edit, please edit it. And then for the signature, you can, so you can like sign it here online and then send it back to us. Okay, so student will sign and parents will sign. Okay, now, if you can see in the second page, okay, I added some, because as I discussed, because Andrea is grade 12 at this time, so she needed additional, subjects that she has to take, especially for her age that she'll be in college next year. She needs to have like additional work, we call it OJT sa atin, diba, in the Philippines. So for her physical education, although there is a physical education in Ignitia, okay, I removed that physical education in Ignitia for them because they're already doing their jiu-jitsu, and it's like they're doing it every day for 2 hours a day. So it looking at it, it's like 600 hours for a year. So we put it, and then it could be, because they said if it's 300 hours, it's 0.5. But if it's more than that, it will be like 1 credit. Okay. Then this is a non-standard course. For a non-standard course, let me just go down to it. For a non-standard course, you can see here, see, it says here non-standard course description. Okay. For anyone that wish your children to have a non-standard course, there is a form to be filled up also. For example, meron po tayong mga, let's say, mga nagba-badminton dito or nagba-volleyball. It could be that their parents would be the one to do it. Okay? Or kung meron kayong mga hired coaches, you could also fill this up and send it to them. But for me, for us, this is you can see here in the part 1, it says required course content. So these are the course content that my children will be doing this year for their jiu-jitsu training. Okay? And then approved study method, how it will be taught. So I mentioned it here that they'll be attending training every day for this time and this time. And in the student portfolio content, what work will be seen? So for me, the objective for them is to enhance and master all jiu-jitsu techniques, promoted to purple belt, and win gold in the competitions. So this will be signed by the student, the date and the signature. Also, if your coach wishes to sign, it will also be good. So at least they know that this is the one that our student needs to learn. Okay? So for any questions again later, you can just ask us also anytime. Kung kailangan nyo po ng additional one-on-one question and answer, I could do that. Okay? And then, okay, of course, most of our kids are already part of ministries, right? So here, I also put that here for Andrea, she has a Christian service. She has 2 Christian service. She is a youth ministry leader. Okay, the curriculum, it says here youth ministry leader, and the venue, of course, is our church. And then again, for another Christian service is also praise and worship team member. Okay, again, this time I did not fill up another non-standard form because I wish to ask also Tita Yen or Tito Cyrus to fill this up for me for their youth ministry. And then I will ask here also for praise and worship team, could be Tito Rafi or Tito Abby could help us with this because we have a lot of kids who are part of the worship team. So maybe if nandito si Tito Rafi or si Tito Abby, you could already, make this course content for them. Okay? The required course content, what would be the approved study method, and what would be the contents that you would also be the one to because we will be having this is like, I would highlight it sana mamaya, pero nakalagay na rin po dito na student portfolio content. Okay, so here when you say student portfolio content, you could, for example, sa worship, kay Kuya Rod, let's say kay Kuya Rod, Kuya Rod is handling guitar, right? I don't know if it's acoustic or electric. Acoustic, okay. So maybe Kuya Rod can play a video for us, record it, and then we will be attaching it on his portfolio. Okay. Again, for Ate Andrea, for example, we could because me as a mom, syempre, I always video their fights, so I could post one of their fights in their portfolio so that when it's time for the portfolio review, we could just go see it there. Okay, she won gold, so that's it. So that's another plus for her. Okay, so those are the Christian services. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, we request if we can for grade 11 and 12 as early as now, we could give them some OJTs. Okay, so for Andrea, we will be giving her like an OJT with us here in KCH. She will be doing encodings for us. Okay, so that would also be additional like encoder work for her that I will be putting on the course content later, but we're still, I'm still praying about what will be the objective for that. And then, as you know, that they are already helping out in the Gustoso. I know, hopefully, most of you have been served already with their coffee. So we have done it. We are doing it in Upper Room and also in El Nisi here in our church in Abu Dhabi. Okay? So this is the course registration form. So again, as I mentioned to you, anything that is already in your Ignitia, I took the liberty of putting it in your son or daughter's course registration form. But syempre po, for the other non-standard courses that you wanted to add, you will be the one in charge to add this. Okay? So, again, for any, just to mention again to you that we have physical education in Ignitia. But it will not, syempre, it will not really, parang PE na nga tas gagawin mo pa rin online. Di ba parang hindi naman makatarungan yon. So we need to have our kids really do the actual PE. So like for example here, our Pastor Ray here is doing some badminton for us and volleyball for us. So he could put that as maybe for Maya, Thea, and Isaac. He could put physical education as badminton or as volleyball. And then he could put the location in parks or in, you know, in sports areas also. And here he could put him as the one who will teach. And he will also be providing the course content kung ano lahat ituturo niya dito. And then when is it done? Here, as we mentioned, hindi naman po talaga siya kailangang everyday. As long as you have weekly time for them to do it outside, that will be very, very helpful. Syempre, as I mentioned, 60 hours for this PE will be enough. Okay? And then by dito sa student portfolio content also, maybe you could they could video na already really Isaac smashing, you know, there. So, okay, so I think we are good for the course registration. For other questions later, we will discuss. And then, okay, whatever again, kung ano man po ang nailalagay natin already sa course registration will be seen, okay? And let me just go to the next pages. Okay, here. Here it says explanation of high school progress report. Here we have two, we need to submit two grade reports for our kids, okay? Either they be elementary, junior high, or high school. As parents would have to submit the first semestral report and the second semestral report. Pag sinabing second semestral report, alam na natin na almost finishing na po yun. So the final report will just be the sum of both. Okay? And then here it's just explained how we will be grading them. It's the same as how we do it in Ignitia. Same lang po siya. Same credits, same excellent kapag 90 to 100, everything is the same. Okay? And then here, as I mentioned, kung ano man ang nailagay ko sa course registration, it will also show here. Here in the first semestral progress, it's made easy for us kasi po, we are in Ignitia. Okay? So, hindi natin kailangang i-compute isa-isa. Pwede na lang po nating ilagay dito sa baba na please find attached report from Ignitia. O, di ba? Pinadali. Hindi na natin kailangan ilagay pa kung anong na-take up ng ating student, ng ating anak. Here, we could just download the report, which I hope all of you knows how to download at this time. Okay? Marami pa rin pong nanghihingi sa akin ng mga report, but there are some na hindi, so I guess they already know how to download a report in Ignitia, which we can do later. Pwede ko rin maipakita sa inyo on how to download the report. Okay? Here, kung medyo masipag-sipag po kayo katulad ni Mayet, na baka i-encode niya lahat dito, pwede rin. Pero for some of us who really, you know, want to be very accurate, pwede rin naman na we will just download the report from Ignitia and then we will just mention here, see attached report. Sorry. Ignitia report. Okay. Ganun na lang po ang gagawin ko. Okay, and then I will just download the report and then send it across to me, because we will just be putting all our documents in Google Drive for WCFS to just download it also. Okay, again, here we did not restrict, we did not remove any contact details of WCFS, because we want to be transparent to each and every one of you that this is how we work, okay? But again, as Pastor Joel mentioned to us, that anyone coming from KCH, even if you message them directly or email them directly, they will send you back to us. Kasi we are the point of contact. Okay, so we highly recommend that any documentations that you will require, please come to Tita Yen, to me, or even Tita Malen, to ask whatever documentation or whatever questions do you have na hindi clear. We will be your point of contact here. Kasi again, if you directly communicate with them, it's fine. As Pastor Joel said, it's okay, but still we will just tell them to go back to you. Okay? Para din po, syempre, madami silang affiliate school, so they will not be communicating with so many people. So, this is the first progress report. You will be, again, students, when you say first progress report, ibig sabihin, we already finished half of our, like, let's say, half of our time in studying. So, it means, if you have 10 units, or let's say here, for Andrea's Christian Theology, it's 5 units. It's okay if she finished the first 5 units already. Okay, so it means in the first semester, she will put the 5 units here. In English, at least she have finished the 5 units kasi it's 10 units. So it must be always in the first semester, dapat you're already on the half of each of these subjects. Okay? Because of course, you don't want your parents to pay extra just because you stayed in this subject longer. Okay? Okay, so again, all the course registered here will also be automatically encoded here. Pati po ang kanilang mga non-standard subjects are also encoded here. Okay? So whatever is in the first term is in the second term also. So it means that the first term is the first half and the second term is the second half. So it means dito, if in the first term you finish 6 units of your social geography, it means here your unit 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is already in this second term. Tama? Kasi half. Okay? So again, if si Mama Miet is very sipag, pwede niyang i-encode lahat ng units dito. Or it could also be JD who will do it, who will encode it here. Okay? For me, as I mentioned, I will let Andrea to encode whatever is need to be encoded here. But again, if we have the option also to just download the reports from Ignitia and just put here see attached. Okay? Now, here is the year-end report. Okay, in the year-end report, hindi na po natin pwedeng gawin yung see attached report. Kasi dito, easy naman din dahil when you download the full report of Ignitia, when your child finish, makikita mo naman doon na there is the grading. So you could just put, if they were excellent, of course, I'll just put A. And then when did it end? See, dito nakalagay yung start and end date. Because as we said again, okay, this is why it's important that your daughter, your son and daughters will finish in 10 months. Because this is the answer to that, why we are now requiring them to finish on the actual timing. First, it was discussed to us because in the US, okay, especially where US accredited, in the US, when they see that the student finished one subject longer, for example, 12 months, it will be a lesser credit. Because if you finish it actual on time, it will be, if you put the credit as 1, it will be 1. But if it will be longer, it means it will not be given the full credit. Because there are the NCAA students, syempre ang NCAA, they will they will allow their students, yung mga players nila, to make it longer. Kasi syempre hindi nagfo-full load yung mga yan because they're playing basketball or whatever their sport they're playing. But now, the education ministry in the US found out they're taking it longer than the usual students. So now, they put a stop to it, that they say that even if you are an NCAA student or whatever player, for example, for my kids who are doing jiu-jitsu here, because they're taking time in, let's say, training, and then they just miss some of their subjects. So instead of having 1 credit to that, because they took longer, and then it will just be, let's say, 0.75. Diba? That additional 0.25 credit is gone because they took longer in taking 1 subject. So this applies to all the subjects that it needs to be maximum 10 months. But of course, we cannot restrict that. Kung talagang there is a reason for it why it take longer, then we could just accept the consequence that it will be lower credit. Okay? So here, as I mentioned, the final credit, tayo po ang magpuput dito. We cannot mention already C attached because this automatically computes the grade. Kaya here, we could be just computing it, and then we will check if it's the excellent one or the B1 or the C. Okay? Again, dahil Ignitia tayo, it's really made easier for us. Of course, there are still some that are in books, but we have a way to, I already have like an Excel for that on how to compute the grades. So still easy for us, okay? So there it goes for our course registration, for our grading system, for our first term, second term, and final term, okay? So if you see here, meron tayong work study application. We have a supervisor's report evaluation of your work study. That is those who will do like the non-standard, what do you call this? Non-standard courses. Hindi kayo makakalusot because Tito Rafi or Tito Abby or anyone who will be, grading you in your non-standard courses will have to sign those. See, meron po tayo nito. Kaya, this will be filled up by anyone who you'll be working with. Kung mag-OJT tayo or Christian services, we will send this to them and they'll be filling it up also and sign it. See, there's a student signature, there's a supervisor signature, and parent signature. Okay, so these are all the forms that needs to be filled up. You see Christian service form. So this is where Tito Rafi or Tito Abby will sign, or Tita Ian and Tito Cyrus will sign. Okay. Then, research paper application. This is applicable for Andrea, our grade 12, which we will be explaining further also. Not now, we will have another time for that because for now, I just want to give you the forms. The rest are the forms will just be, if someone would want to move to another school, there's an information change form here, okay? And this is the registration for all our new families. 4 po ang nakalagay dyan, hindi ibig sabihin minimum for children, pwede pa rin magdagdag, syempre. Okay? So, here comes our portfolio reviews, okay? For those who already had the chance to do the portfolio reviews, I know it was very hectic for us before, but we will do it differently at this time, okay? We will not be cutting paste or whatever. We will not do what was done before, but we will do it differently, okay? Like I was discussing when my kids heard about this, Marvin told them that no, we will not do it the same. You don't need to cut paste, you don't need to have a folder to do this. We will do it differently because we're in the talagang high technology na tayo eh. So as we mentioned to them, you can do a vlog on how you do your studies, again, as I mentioned, for my kids, I could just post one of their trainings or one of their fights for Rod, for our worship team, they're recording, diba? That's be more than enough to be part of your portfolio. Okay, so question, what about the other subjects? For the other subjects, okay, we discussed that we would have like subject matter experts. And this is where our parents would come, because ang na-discuss nga po namin, not everyone here are adept in, you know, in calculus, sa mga math. Siyempre, ihingin natin ng tulong dyan ni Tito Abby or ni Tito Philip, di ba? Na paano ko ba i-grade o paano ba ako magpo-portfolio review na hindi nga ako marunong, hindi nga ako ganon kagaling sa math. So this is where our parents would come in. Okay, because every one of us are parent teachers already. So for example, for me, maybe I could be the one doing the portfolio review for English. Okay, but never on science. Could be in foreign language, in Spanish. Sino bang pwede natin ano dito sa Spanish? O, di ba? Maybe Tito Colin could help. Or sa French, we will see. But for now, we are asking for any parents who could volunteer in helping us with this portfolio review. Okay. Of course, we will be approaching some of you, but as early as now, if you could volunteer to help us in some of these subjects, that the portfolio review is not really, you know, because we can see already the grades in Ignitia, diba? But syempre, we also want to check our students really that, alam mo yon, may nakikita tayo sometimes that perfect lahat. We don't question that, but we just want to know exactly where they are, especially at this time na ang dami nating students na grade 11, that by next year, they'll be really going their own way. Okay, so we just want to know, where are they really when we say, are they really in grade 11 or pang grade 9 pa lang ba? So this is just to check how well they are, not yung answering it, you know, mental math, not like that, but on how confident they are when they answer us in some questions. Because, for example, in a setting where our children will already work, it's not how you did your physics 100%. It's how you present yourself. It's how you confidently answer questions that you will not doubt your answer. Minsan nga kahit mali, but you answer it confidently. That's already a plus. Me as a recruiter, as an interviewer, I can see when someone is really faking it that he knows something. It's how he spontaneously answer the questions, diba? My daughter is looking at me. Okay. So this is how our portfolio review will go. Again, okay. For our junior high school, please do not worry. You don't need to cut paste anything unless you want to, of course, and show us what you did. But only siguro sa mga grade 1 to 3 natin, you might want to do that because you're in books. You can do it, okay? Me, I have a grade 1, si Avin, so for sure we'll do some of that. But again, for anyone who's doing Ignitia, be creative, okay? You can even tell us what you'll do or suggest to others also what you will be doing for your portfolio review. Everyone is open for suggestions. As we said, this is new to us. Not everyone did this before, but anyone who has, like, you know, para kang merong light bulb na this is what I'll do. Okay, please share it to us. So some of those who haven't done it would also have, you know, they could also learn from what we will do. Okay, so again, if we will submit first term and second term grades, it means we will have 2 portfolio reviews also, first term and second term. The dates will be posted, but the portfolio reviews will be done in 2 months, December, January. Okay, so is-schedule natin itong mga portfolio reviews na to. So we have 2 months to do it. So the last term will be, I think, April and May. Okay, so we still have a lot of time. So let your creative minds work as early as now. And if you have any suggestions on how to do it, everyone, all suggestions are welcome, of course. Then, so that's the end of the high school. Now, let me open the junior high. We'll just run through it very fast. I gave an example, si Kiel, because I don't have a student in junior high, but it's roughly the same as the high school. Wala po siyang pinagbago. It's the same. It's as long as the high school. So just to show you, it's the same. Everything is the same. Pinakita ko lang po sa inyo on how it is. The only, okay, so it's the same. So let's work on the elementary. Ang elementary is super easy at magi-enjoy tayo dito. Okay. Elementary, I gave an example, of course, si Naomi, because Naomi is grade 5. Okay. Of course, same parents, same place. Okay. So again, as we mentioned to you, we did not hide any details of WCFS. Okay. Again, the dates, please just don't pay attention to it because we are new in this. Okay. Here, okay. 5 fingers. Sino bang may alam ng 5 fingers dito? We have a lot of 5 fingers. So this is what our elementary kids needs to learn. Diba? Here it says spelling and grammar. Okay, this is their language skills, their math skills, how they write or compost every day. Can your children already read aloud and alone? And mom, read aloud together and discuss. Okay, so we know that our elementary kids really need to be hands-on in learning. Okay, I know there are some who are not needing this, but of course now for me, Alvin is back, but I have my ates teaching him, but of course I will, when I have time, I still need to sit with him. Okay, so next here. Okay, you can read on with this. I don't want to take so much of your time kasi 5 o'clock na, but again, I'll be sending this to you, and just to, there are some tips also on how you can do it, you know, and how you will be interactive with your children. Okay, see, even your schedule your time is here. This is a sample of the time, okay, on paano natin i-divide ang time ng ating mga elementary students. There's one example here also. So again, this is the elementary course registration, which is not the same as, it is simplified, okay? You can see here, wala na po yung tick, wala na yung check, wala na yung date, but still, the units are here, the Bible, again, as I mentioned kanina, nakalagay na Bible, Christian theology, but here, as it says, it's like Bible 500, history and geography 500, language arts 500, and then again, I already put another physical education for Naomi because we're doing this, they're doing the same. And I put here the Christian services. She has 2 Christian services because she's part of the Kingdom Kids Ministry, which Tita Myla will be looking after her here, or Tita Philip. And then dance ministry, of course, Tita Sharon or Tita Chris will be the one looking after them here. But here, if you can see, there is no form for them to fill up for the non-standard form. Okay? Wala na pong katulad nung kailangan fill upan ng parents kung anong gagawin nila. Here, you already, when we finish the subjects, it already goes to the first semester progress report grades. Dito na agad nang may grading. So again, because Naomi's already in Ignitia, so I could just download the reports and just put the attached forms. Okay, this is applicable for both first term and second term. But for the year-end report, here I need already to put the grades. Kailangan ko lang gawin dito na compute. And then I'll put the grading here. Okay, so for the year elementary, it's as simple as this form. That's it. It's finished. It's not very complicated. It's simplified. So that's the end of what I have to discuss to you. So again, as I mentioned, if you have questions, you could just feel free to approach me for any questions on how to fill up. Okay, let's run through the downloads pala. Just one quick para po maipakita ko sa inyo on how to download. Okay. You can see my screen. No, not yet. Let me just share it again. Okay, so here is my screen. All of us have this option. Okay, if you are a parent, all of you have this option. So go on to the report. Okay, report, and press the activity report. And press the student progress or the student unit grades. For now, wala pa tayong student unit grades dahil kakasimula lang natin, but I could show you here the student unit grades of last year. I will download 22-23. I will just download for Naomi just to show you. Where is Pascual? Pascual. Okay, so I will, when you click the name of your child, of course, for example, ako, lilitaw sa akin, for me, it will show everyone because I'm the admin. I could download for everyone. But for you, kung sino lang po ang anak nyong naka-register sa inyo, yun lang po ang lilitaw. So it will be easier for you. And then just press show refresh. Because if you will not show refresh, it will show everything. Okay, so just press show refresh if you just want the year, the current year or the actual year or the past years. And then select. And then you could just press PDF. You can either do it in Excel. For easy computation, it will be better also for you. But for me, I usually do it in PDF because I send it to parents. So let us see it here. Oh, wait, sorry. Wait a minute. Let me just go back. Tama naman, 22. Finish. Active must be complete. Sorry, I chose the wrong year, so wait, give me a minute. Completed. 92-23 Naomi. Show refresh. $22. Must be 20. Four, 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 four. See here, I will show you because I chose for her the full everything. It will show all her completed. So makikita nyo po, pati yung Bible 300 niya is here. Okay, let's select all. And now I will download it. So from here, you will see her last, when she was grade 3, she was grade 4. You will see here, makikita na po natin yung actual grade niya dito. So makikita natin na here, it means she's A because it's 90 to 100 yung A, diba? So again, as I mentioned to you, for everyone who's doing Ignitia, it will be easier because it's just like a matter of click in your Ignitia. So ida-download nyo lang and then you will just encode it in the forms that I have discussed earlier. Okay? So again, if you have like difficulty in accessing this, just give me a call para you will see on how easy it is to access also our forms. Again, it's easy. I have already encoded the initial data that we have, initial courses that we have in Ignitia. So again, kung gusto nyong magdagdag ng like additional, even pala po yung mga, those I know that already have a ministry with our kids, I already also put that, okay? But kung meron ako na miss out, just add it. Our course registrations are editable, okay? So yes, that's it for now. And of course, we will have another round of this when you have more questions. But for now, this is what we have. So thank you and enjoy our Ignitia and WCFS. Back to you, Yen.
Parang maraming nag-left the group. Joke lang. Gising pa ba ang lahat? Are you all excited, overwhelmed, confused? So don't be, right? Because madali lang po. Medyo madami lang siyang form kung titingnan, but I think it is all self-explanatory when you have it face-to-face and reading. Marami lang siyang notes, but then, ano naman po, doable. Okay, so thank you, Anne. And like what Anne discussed, if you have more questions, you can approach her regarding the forms if you need help, and we have also Q&A afterwards. But before our Q&A, let me pass to our finance director, Ms. Adelpha, to discuss the structure of payment for this school year 23-24.
I want to see. Good evening. Parents and kids, did you see how the new, what do you call this? The new additional or it's an additional task that we need to do. Do you think we can do it this year? I want to see the hands of those who are going to really do it this year. You can or you cannot? Yeah, so since we are a community, it's not only a parents' task, but as well as the students, especially those who are in a senior high. That's why you are here also today. And I know for the fact that there is a purpose towards it. Do you know that if you are working, if you are going to prepare for your future, there is always a requirement of, we call it an audit or standardization. And that is the reason why our CEO, Tito Marvin, has decided that we will be affiliating with Wellspring Christian Family School. And this is very important because anywhere you wanted to study, I heard that there are a lot of students who want to study in some of schools outside UAE and even somewhere, that it is very, very important for us to be prepared. So it's not too late to prepare, and that is why we also, as your parents, wanted to make sure and pave the way for you to be able to be ready. So I think last year you would say that it was quite, easy. It was quite, a very, very reluctant year, but we could not do it now because we need to be upkeep of things that we really need also to expect on outside world. So thank you CEO for that steps that has been, added to, not just I think for SGGI, but for our family also here in KCH. Even they are not joining SGGI family and all that, we can always extend hands if ever in cases that they needed also some help when it comes to that additional non-standard, what you call it, it's like the non-standard courses if they wanted also to join and all that stuff. So yeah, moving on. So one of the effect and on the finances when it comes to this, since we are going for an accreditation for our parents, we would like to thank you for 2022-2023 for those who have completely paid already. Do you know if your parents have paid already? So kids, if you feel that your parents have not paid fully yet, please pray with them. We know that the children who prayed continually and being very, very much eagerly in helping their parents. So pray with them as well that your tuition and fees will be paid fully. And for this, I think it's about now 3 years or 4 years consecutive that we have not raised our tuition and fees. So I was asking earlier our CEO, Tita Ann, why it's still like this. But we wanted to keep the tuition and fees. However, we are having structure charges with the fee that we are going to, because we are aligning, or we are accrediting with Wellspring Christian Family School. So this will be an additional 550 for the fee for each family, right, Tita Ann? So for each family, there will be 550 dirham. So if you are 4 and if you are 1, it's the same. So yeah, congratulations to those who are 4 and 3, it's the same. And then for our high school students, starting from grade 7, you know that there is a credit fee, which is 500 dirhams apart from the miscellaneous. So far, that's the additional fees and charges only that we are adding into, but our tuition and fees are still the same. 3 years ago until now, that everything already had increasing. So we would like you to know, and we would like to ask you for your prayer and support, because again, this one, it's really hard to keep this. And right as soon as we got an approval from CFS for the accreditation, we are equally the same as the Homeschool Global. We have also an affiliation in Korea, the WCF school. CFS school had also an affiliation, big school in South Korea, which is really something that we wanted in KCH to also look forward to. Plus the fact that here, if you can see, it is not much when it comes to the tuition and fees. So I hope that our parents will continue to support our KCH family, as well as this school, because this is not just somewhere that you put in your children, but this is, we put our hearts together, and it is not also gaining profit only, but we want this community to even expand and enlarge, as well as to be used in advancing the kingdom. And if you already had forgotten, so from grade 1 KG, until grade 2, we are able also to choose between books as well, only books. But from grade 3, we have an online, which is, we call it Ignitia, or by books until grade 12. So we can still use books. And I think so far now, I understand that most of our grade 3 students are using Ignitia already, right? Kids from grade 3 and above, all are Ignitia. So the tuition and fees that we are, the tuition itself is the same. We just added the fees, which are, one is the WCS fee for whole family, the credit fee for those who are grade 7 and above, and the miscellaneous for everybody, each student. So any question on that? And I said that we already had started in September, so I hope that you had already settle your payment, because for September we structure it in such a way that we pay at least 3 times for those who can pay cash or immediate for the whole tuition and fees, then better. But for those who cannot, let's do it on the structure that we agreed in the past, which is in September and one in December, and then the final one in March. And for those who cannot pay, please, let us know. Like we said, now we are more into structure when it comes to our academic, reporting, and let's also be able to be excellent in our also requirement when it comes to fee structure or our finances. Kasi yun naman, di ba, we are heading into those things now. If we cannot discipline ourselves in these things and all that, it will be harder to discipline in another thing. So I hope that parents as well as the students, we work hand in hand together for attaining this excellence that we want in these areas. And if you have questions, I had all the list which for the last year, that those who haven't paid yet. And like we were discussing, I was saying that we supposed not to include, like the children who will not yet be fully paid, for the last year. And again, since our CEO is very generous, but I am not that generous. So please, I hope that you will be able to settle your, our fees in 2023 and 2024. And my prayer, for KCH, every time I post the reminder and all that, it's always about a challenge to us, because as soon as we are, sabi nga ni Noli, I remember what Noli said, no, you really have to, have faith in these things, because if you just ignore it because nobody is asking you or nobody is pressurizing you, I don't really think so that is the right attitude, and mind. So it's always a discipline, a self-discipline that the Lord wants us also to be, matuturuan tayo. And I hope that any questions and all for when it comes to peace, kasi apart dun sa peace natin na actual, we also had implemented when there is also some siblings discounts and all that. So there are a lot of things that we are so much privileged of, and let's keep on, praying for KCH on how the Lord is leading this, and especially for those students of ours na nandun na sa grade 12 and grade 11, and those who are yet even starting na. The Lord will lead us na wala tayong mamimiss out, when it comes to excellence, when it comes to the things that we wanted for our kids, to have and accomplish. We as parents are together, not just me, not just, like the operation team in KCH, but everybody. So, yun. So far, yun lang po. Any questions? We can just go ahead on the Q&A.
Thank you so much, Miss Adel, Mrs. Tetson. So, anything about finances, you can approach Adel anytime. And now, yes, to begin with our Q&A, anyone who wanted to ask question regarding how, when, and where, you may press the raise hand icon po so we could spotlight you. So two things, you absorb it or you did not absorb it. Meron po ba? Wala ba? Wala bong... So, naintindihan po ba? Do we all get it? So,
Ako na
nahihiya ata sila mag-question. Adel.
Ako na magka-question for clarity. So, ayun. Tita Ann, I have a question when it comes to our before and now. So, what's the difference and what are the forms that we need to, to fill in and the responsibility of the parents.
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay. Hindi ko pa nakikita yung sarili ko sa screen eh. Anyway, so yes, for everyone's clarity and let's say peace of mind na rin. This is not additional burden honestly. Kasi as I said earlier, there were like situations that arose that KCH as because when we started, we mentioned that we are homeschool provider, okay? It means that we don't have a physical school. It means that whatever documentation that will be required, we don't have that as of yet. That's why when Marvin already was led to do this, it's because a situation arose that one of our students is needed to move to a school here in UAE. But as we discussed, as a homeschool provider, our documents were accredited or used in Philippines and in Canada, because we know that we have students who already move in Canada and Philippines. And whatever KCH documents provided, we had provided were used, okay? They were accepted because again, we were under Ignitia, and we know that in the Philippines you just need to do the entrance exam, and as long as you're because we have also our license and everything, we are allowed to operate here in UAE. But when it comes to the educational system, we know that KCH would need to be under either KDHA at saka yung ADEC dito in Abu Dhabi, which we don't have because we don't have the physical school. So that's why when we were approved in WCFS, it means that whatever documents, as I mentioned earlier, transcript of records, diploma will be coming from WCFS. Hindi na po kayo makakatanggap sa akin from KCH, okay? KCH will be there. The logo of KCH will be there, but it will be WCFS who will be providing. It means that ang mga estudyante nyo, ang mga anak nyo are graduates of Maryland. Okay? Then, as Tita Adel questioned, what would be the additional task now, from now on, for both student and parents? Apart from the forms that I've discussed, parents needs to be hands-on more now, because when we had the meetings with WCFS founder and everyone who's working with WCFS, they reiterated about community. Talagang when they started addressing us, they were saying, your community, your community, your community. Because before they even approved us as their affiliate, they already did a background check. Nakita nila, even the parents, akala nyo lang, in our website, they already look into that. Imagine in our first meeting, may nakita kami mga naka-open na website na Facebook ng parent na ganito, even our website in KCH, it was there in the owner's screen, because he already did a background check on how we conduct our community. And he keeps on saying community because they know that even them, this is how they do it. It's like co-op. Sabi nga niya, your co-op is doing so many things for these kids. And they were really sabi nga niya, as a church and as parents, they saw the involvement of each and everyone, not just to your own family, but also in the community that you are in. So again, maybe we were just relaxed last year that we did not have some co-ops, but again, we will be doing this again this year. Okay, we will have more gatherings this year. Expect that for parents. So alam nyo na po that we will have more interactions. So there are also time that we again will gather as a family, as a church, not just kayo, but everyone. Okay, Even, for example, you need some assistance in things that we know that not every parents are capable of, not every one of us, because we have our specialties. Yes, we'll do camping again. Diba? That is really the forte of Pastore. So let's bombard Pastore with that. Okay. So maybe again, Tita Malen can conduct some art classes again. Diba? This will be fun, of course. And with so many things that again, we will activate our co-ops. Especially now na nagsasama-sama pang ang SGG Abu Dhabi and Dubai, maybe we could do that as a whole church, there. So again, this is WCFS is additional, like it's like upgrade ba sa KCH. Okay, so now we know we have peace that when my Andrea graduates, we know that she is a certified WCFS and she is a graduate of Maryland. I can say that. I could proudly say that. And I know that she could enter wherever school she wanted. She could use this accreditation from WCFS. We are at peace now na hindi na ako kakabahan na, because every time someone asks for a transcript from me, I always tell Marvin, ano nang gagawin ko? Saan kaya ito mag-a-apply? Because I know in UAE, it will not be accepted. Because from the start, we said that we are provider. We know that it will be accepted outside UAE, even in the Philippines, but not here in UAE, because the educational system here is different. So, but now I could fully say that alam ko hindi nyo naman ilipat yung mga anak nyo dito unless they're going abroad. But yes, even if you opted to move them back in a conventional school here in UAE, we can say proudly that we could do that now. And that's all glory to God.
Amen.
Thank you, Tita Ann, for that answer and all. Another question. Just in case that I can be heard ba? Okay. Just in case regarding those reports, I know for sure that it is very important for parents to be involved in those reports and all. But just in case that there are parents who would like to ask and request for a help when it comes dun sa mga reports, especially those reports are just found in Ignition and all that, will we be able to charge fees for that? Can we do that?
Yes, that is one part of being involved again as a parent, no? Kasi before, I remembered, if Tita Yen asked me, Tita, may nanghihingi ng ganito, may nanghihingi ng ganito. Honestly, ano lang po ako, siguro I was just so relaxed in doing things that, because I'm so happy doing things for KCH, This is our own, eh. It's SGDI. So whatever requests I receive from the parents, I really do it happily, no? I was not openly saying to them na kaya nyo naman i-download, ba't di nyo i-download? Pero we could do that. We could still, I could still do that. But as you see in your forms, every time you require some documents, it will be with fees. Okay? So I don't think parents would like to incur additional fees, diba? So again, if you have difficulties in doing this, someone could help you out. As I said, we'll be hiring Andrea for an OJT. So we could charge a fee for that, okay? But then again, I highly recommend the parents' involvement in this because you have been educated already. And again, if you have questions, just freely approach me. We can do that. We could work hand in hand with that. Of course, ayaw na namin dagdagan pang additional fees from parents. But yes, if let's say you don't have time to do it, I'll be highly happy to do it with a fee. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Oh, any more questions, guys? Even students, if you have any question, or parents, please ask now.
Can I just add? I just want to like encourage students, no, especially our children, to be more open to your parents what you like would like to do. So from there they can be mga guidance that they will be able to direct us, especially you, what we are about to go forward, because most of our children is, we don't want to have this kind of, we want you to have this, no, we want you to have what you want and guide you. And this is what that our platform is all about. And I believe that our partnership with the affiliate school is very important for us to be more, because this is something that not only new, but it's proven. They've been doing it for so many years. And even in the old times, in the New Testament, Old Testament, is all about the community. And that it's always emphasizing that to have this kind of community, that within us will be able to have this common unity within the family. Because our parents, especially your fathers, is having the direction from the Lord. And with your heart pouring into it, I want like this, I want like this, dad. That our parents, especially us as dads or father, will be able to direct you in the very godly way. Kumaga, we're not the ones deciding for yourself. Kumaga, we're just guiding you what the Lord impresses to you through our guidance. Okay, so this like, I would like to encourage you, student, even in the youngest age. Even Avin is like always reminding me, and I know what he wants, and I'm trying to guide him. So in that way, you will be able to meet up what the Lord is putting into your heart, because I truly believe that God is speaking to you already, as the early age. And us as a parents, we can only be a good tool of help if you let us know. Because we cannot decide, our decision lies always within your capability. We can see we can stretch you, we can somehow break you in many ways, but God is always making you whole. But with your honesty and your with your truthfulness, that what you really want. Because I always see it here in our family. Whenever, like for example, Bro Ray is always, whenever he sees someone in his family who wants something, he put emphasis on it. Same thing with us, each and every parents. Whatever we see that you like, we push through. We try to put a platform into your life so we can see if it's working or not. But this is like you're getting the point, guys, no, especially the little ones, because you are part of our family, and your mind is a big step for us. It is a very powerful tool for us parents to guide you in the right way, because that's how God do. He lead us to righteous step for his name's sake. It's like, for me, it's a biblical principle that whatever I put my children's steps is for my name's sake. We are being credited with your accomplishment. Your accomplishment is our accomplishment. And as a family, that's a good thing about being in this kind of platform. KCH is, we're being molded as one. And it's not simple, no, but that's what I believe. It's life is full of challenges, but together as a community, we can do further, maybe do more. Basta ano lang kumaga, just have to have this kind of attitude of, learning, want to learn more. We beautify ourselves, that's what always remember what our leaders is telling us. Daddy Ed is like into health. So as a family, as KCH, we do the same. You know, all the pastors are giving you directions. We guide ourselves there, especially in if you we will be. I'm sure you'll be meeting Pastor Gary Cox, who's the founder of WCFS. He's a really good person, and I like his spirit and how he started this, because he knows, you know, that US will be corrupted. The system of the educational system in US will be corrupted. That's why he fight for it. He fought the very good the fight that he overcome. Whatever we're having right now is because of the years that he took as a stand as a parent, because he know he's an educational person himself, but you know, he see things ahead like we are doing right now. God is giving us the advantage of seeing things ahead. Okay, so I hope that you all understand that, especially you youth kids. We need your help in these ways. Okay, so I hope you're not getting tired of listening to us, because this is how the Lord is trying to talk to you through us, and through you, God is talking to us also. We benefit with each other pala. So I hope you understand, and I know that you are excited, and keep burning your passion in learning, and this is the time that we share our thoughts, and we always move forward. This is always the best thing about the only way is up. You are all leveling up in each and every ways. Pursue your dreams. What Daddy has always reminded, dream big. So this, one of the biggest is to have 195 countries KCH branches. Pray for that, because whatever we step on is, we're not the one stepping, it's the word of God, because it made our parents, especially the pastors, life easier in enrolling in KCH, because they are biblically founded. It will not be hard for the parents to teach Bible anymore, because the school itself is teaching them. We just, as a parents, will be guiding you, give you more revelation, so on, so on, forth. But, pray for that this is not this is not only ours, it's for the word. Okay? So please, that whenever you see or meet people, introduce KCH or the Bible curriculum, because it will be easier for the family to move further, to move forward. And in this kind of life that we are having right now, most countries being corrupted because of the system. But this that we have is founded by the Lord for them to keep them, solid as a family, because many family is failing now because of that other countries is implementing, because of this kind of and you will see when you finish school, you will see the world is really not that healthy. But within us, that's why we keep that community healthy as much as we can. That's why you have to listen to your pastors, to the leaders, because this is the only way that you can be guided. Okay, so I hope you are getting the point. You are a big tool of the community, because when we are united, no one can break us. That's the best thing. Regardless of the fees, regardless of the situation, regardless of what we are facing, as you all, we all are agreeing what we are going to do as a community. You will see great leveling up, because Palace is just a step away. You will be brought to many places, high places, that I am assuring you, because God is putting you that kind of heart for you to be, helping these people of influence. Even in the young age, you will see things, you will be directing people. Maybe you don't see it now, but that's how the Lord see us. That's why He's putting His word to each and everyone's heart and mind and in body. So always remember that the pastors, because they are all accountable to each and everyone's life. Okay, so even here in our family, in our KCH, we have our Daddy Ed and the rest of the pastors helping us with. Okay, always remind yourself to be part of them, because their direction is much part of us. Okay, it's not only us, it's them, leading the way. This is the best important things that I want to share you, because even WCFs want to see that we are, because this is what they said to me when we are talking. KCH is Educational Ministry of SCGI. Okay, so it's very important to all you to know that our school is an educational ministry of Sanctuary of Grace and Glory International School. So I mean, you get the point. So we are under their leadership. We as part of the operational team, we're just part of their leadership as well. Okay, so our blessing lies to the direction of Daddy Ed and the rest of the pastors. Okay, so I hope you get it, and shalom.
Thank you, CEO, for additional encouragement. And if there's no more question, may I ask Pastor Ray if he has something to say as well?
Wait. Okay, tayo unmute the TV. So, good afternoon everyone. Siguro ano lang, encouragement lang sa atin. So, I want you to look at the people in this community, no? Not just a church. No, we go outside na as a church or school lang. We become a community. And everyone here, I encourage you to be to participate, no, and volunteer, right? Participate, volunteer to how to improve. No, don't just kasali ako dito, nagbabayad ako. So lang, yung nag-aantay lang kayo ng ng i-feed. But let's go beyond just school lang to. Kailangan ko lang ng magbayad ng matrikula at kailangan ko ng diploma. No, let's go beyond that. Let's really take care of each other, yung mga anak natin and this community. And yun, we have a goal as a community, one goal, one vision, na lahat tayo, let's move towards that goal, no? Lalo na yung align natin dun sa goal ng church. And that's how we all grow. So encourage ko bawat isa sa atin dito, let's be involved, no? Or kayo may idea kayo, put forward your ideas and participate, no? Pag may mga call, gathering, don't just drop and run, no? Yung mga anak natin drop and run. Participate tayo. Let's volunteer, let's help, let's also kung kaya nyong manguna, alam nyo magaling kayo doon, no? May alam kayong sports, pwede kayong magturo. Let's do that. That's what we try to did initially, set an example. No, I offered yung mga alam ko, skills ko, no, and I call for people to to participate, sumali if they're interested. If not, it's okay. But maybe you have other things na gusto niyo i-offer, no? Not just sa mga anak nyo, but let's consider everyone, mga anak natin. So let's go beyond lang sa sa wall ng school lang to or church lang to. Yun nga, let's be a community. Let's help each other. Open opportunities for people. If you know an opportunity for someone, like for example, I gave you an idea. Yung mga anak nyo, i-volunteer nyo yung anak nyo. Nandun, meron tayong coffee bar. We're just waiting. volunteer yung anak nyo. Tinuruan ko isang bata sa mga anak nyo dyan. Tinabi ko, ang sagot niya is, I don't know, I'll ask mommy. Sabi ko, that's not the way to answer. Sabi ko, pag may opportunity, yes! Solid yes. Answer yes. Do you want to train magbarista? If there's any opportunity, solid answer, yes. Then push the mother, push the father. No? Ganun. Let's allow each one of us to speak to our children, to your children as well. And we allow you to speak to our children if you're going to speak good. So that's the way we help them grow. So yung mga anak nyo, ilagay nyo sa mga ministry activity, i-participate nyo sila sa ginagawa sa church, or ginagawa sa school, or ginagawa sa labas. I-participate nyo sila, isali nyo sila. Kung may mga activity kayo sa work, like for me, sinali ko yung mga anak ko sa competition sa painting sa school. At least they got gifts and they won awards. No, gift cards. So, i-open up nyo dito sa community na to. If there's volunteering, if there's like alam nyo sa trabaho nyo, meron kayong mga cleanup activity, i-open up nyo dito. Let's move as a community. Let's participate. No, yung community natin, let's volunteer also sa ginagawa ng UAE. If there's a drive in UAE, let's be really active. Wag lang tayong nakabuhol yung life natin sa magtatrabaho lang ako, magbabayad ako. Magtatrabaho ako, magbabayad ako. So, yung mga anak natin, they go on their own way. So, let's gather around as a community. That's what I want to tell you. It's like a bigger family tayo. No, you treat your children. We treat your children as our children as well. You treat our children as your children, and let's give them something. No, let's give them something together, and that's when we call, especially yung mga admin natin dito, when they call for meeting, they call for gathering. Don't just yung atin lang, pupunta lang. Put forward your ideas, participate, volunteer, and let us all parents be active, no? Be active not because meron kayong makukuhang award. Wala naman. Your reward is your children. That's already your reward. So accountable kayo kung anong kalalabasan ng mga anak nyo. Accountable kayo kay God. And as parents, we need to bring them to where they should go. No? Saan tayo? Alam mo, we as parents, we have direction from the Lord. So let's be this year, let's build close-knitted and stronger community of people of God. That's my encouragement especially sa parents and children. Obey your parents in the Lord. And I hope the children, bigay kayo na idea nyo, how do you want to enjoy your school year? Give the idea to your parents and really push your parents. If ayaw makinig ng parents nyo, sumbok kayo sa mga pastor at sa leader nyo. Okay? Yan lang. So back to you, Yan. Thank you.
Okay, Nolly, go.
Ayun, thank you Pastor Ray for that encouragement, and thank you Marvin and Ninang Adel and Yan for facilitating, and Ninang Ann. Yes, I just want to narinig mo ba ako? Yes, I just want to commend yung mga people behind the scene of this KCH on yung mga nasa operation. Indeed, our family is so grateful na we are part of this KCH. And yun, let's take this as an opportunity na mas ma-excite sa bagong platform ng KCH, and God is putting us in a position. I was being encouraged to speak because 300 billionaires, businessman, man and woman of God will be in our church. Mas ma-excite tayo doon. And KCH is a one platform na gagamitin ng Panginoon to make these things manifest. And sa mga gusto kong i-empower yung sinabi ni Ninang Adel na regarding dun sa finances, yung mga anak na alam nyo hindi pa tayo nakakaano dun sa mga bayarin. Yung etong schooling is our daily bread. Hingin natin sa Panginoon as a family. Provided yan ng Panginoon, that's for sure. That's our daily bread kay Lord eh. Remember the Israelites when they are in the wilderness, their clothes, their sandals is provided by the Lord. So how much more itong studies na itong schooling na yung itong tuition fees na to. Na walang imposible sa Panginoon. And for all the kids, don't take it lightly yung mga ginagawa natin sa schools. Yung mga ginagawa ninyong activity. Because God is the one who will reward you, not your parents. Okay? And kunin yung lahat yung, sabi nga, lagi kong nire-remind sa mga bata na let everything you do be done with love. Kasi as you do it with love, your excellence will comes out. It will just overflow. Because if you do that with love. Now, yun. And yun lang at maraming salamat at yun. I have to go na rin. Stop. Salamat po. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Nolly, and thank you so much, Pastor Ray. Yeah, we should always remember that each and every one of us, especially our children, are a piece of heaven here on earth. So we have to really be, a world changer wherever God has placed us. Even children, no, you have an impact. Okay, so students, do you want to share something or you want to say something before we end up our meeting today? Just in case you want to share, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you want to share something? Kung meron. Going once, going twice. So, wala ba? Okay. If na, nasan si Malen? Len, do you want to share something?
Hello. Talaga naman. Well, I'm full. I'm sure kayo din, no? Thank you, CEO Marvin and Pastor Ray for that encouragement. And yes, we are a community and let's build each other up, no? No competition in this team. We are all in one team. So, walang pinakamagaling, walang medyo magaling. Lahat tayo, we should all excel in all areas. So, thank you sa ating mga future volunteers, even sa ating portfolio review on December. We are expectant, no, sa mga parents na mag-approach in one of our KCH admin for your interest to volunteer. We really need you guys. So, ayun lang. I think we can proceed now to group photo para kompleto tayo yan. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate your time.
Okay. So, Mark will do our group photo, right? Si Mark ba ang tech? Sorry anyway, okay po. Pag-group photo muna.
Yeah. Camera on
Kindly
tayo.
open your camera, guys, if you could.
Ready? Hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There you go. One more po. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Okay, that concludes our meeting. So we're not really expecting you parents to 100% memorize the things that we have discussed today. Again, this is all first to us, to some, no? So please don't hesitate to approach anyone from the team of KCH if you need assistance. Okay po? So God bless. Shalom. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.